Hello, and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday, October 28th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I revel in the power my personal transformation has for the world. And here we are in our second and final eclipse of 2023. Actually, to be fair, it's our fourth eclipse of 2023. It is our second in this season of eclipses, and it is our final one for 2023. Hooray! Here we are. And it's, a powerful full moon lunar eclipse. It's powerful because we have the sun and Mercury and Mars amplifying the Scorpio energy for this. And we have Moon and Jupiter hanging out in Taurus, amplifying the Taurus energy. And we have a lot of oppositional energy with Scorpio and Taurus, helping us bridge these energies. So the topic that came forth when I was looking at the eclipse, what to speak about with it, is the energy of better together. How the energies, opposing energies, polarity energies in astrology really can work and harmonize with each other. If you are struggling with one particular energy, a lot of times the antidote or the elixir is in the opposite sign. So working together with the vibrations of Scorpio and Taurus is what we're being called to in today's astro energy. But always looking to see where we can bridge these energies. So, this full moon, let's dig into it. This full moon eclipse, it's a partial lunar eclipse that will be able to be seen through, it looks like, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia. So, it's happening at around 1:24 p.m. Pacific time. It is at 5 degrees Taurus. So 5 is a degree heralding change. And that works well with the energy mantra, the transformation power. Scorpio brings us transformation power to embrace that, to bring forth whatever changes are needed in you that support the overall evolution shift energy that's happening in the world. Let's get some of the things out of the way. So the Sabian symbol for this is interesting. The Sabian symbol for this eclipse, 5 degrees Taurus, is a widow and an open grave. And I think one of the most profound things that we can do in our life is recognize both our mortality and our immortality. The mortality of our human, physical, 3D selves, and the immortality of our soul. And that goes very well with the Taurus and Scorpio energies, weaving them together. I think that one of the most important things that we've been working on over the last 2 years, as we've had the North Node and eclipses in the sign of Taurus, and then eclipses as well in Scorpio with the South Node, is the value of things. And if we can recognize the value of our life, the value of the attention that we put on things within our life, and really make it purposeful, or make purposeful strides in aligning our actions, aligning our path with what we value, that can change things. What I like about Scorpio energy in working with this is Scorpio gives us the power to put boundaries so that we can focus on that which we value, so that we can empower that which we value. And so Scorpio energy is so useful in this. Scorpio also can help give us that drive, that motivation, like, yes, why would I be putting so much attention and energy into things that are not valuable for me? So this is an eclipse is kind of a call to look at that with the recognition that the physical life is impermanent. And so from that energy field, what are you doing with this one precious life, right? This present moment life, right? It's about making peace with the impermanence And there's a lot of yin energy, you know, the void, the death process. That's all connected into the yin. The death and the rebirth actually is very much connected to that as well. That yin energy and the surrender to the unfolding of these energies. So that's part of this eclipse coming up. I think as well, speaking of your one precious life, Taurus energy reminds us, like, enjoy it. Lean into the pleasure, lean into the goodness, lean into the beauty, and see where that can be brought forward, connected to, reveled in a little bit more in your life. So often, pleasure can be fleeting, and we don't even necessarily notice it. You know, like when you're biting a juicy fruit or whatever, life moves fast, right? You're not necessarily paying attention. This is a call to presence. This is a call to your attention in this energy and in this moment, because there is joy here for you. There is joy in the sensual nature of things. And again, the Scorpio energy can help bring our attention, bring any boundaries that we need, whether they're against ourselves. I can tend to, in my Gemini rising, want to like juggle a million things, so I'm not necessarily always present for the moment. And yet the Scorpio in me is like, stop that. Like, be present. It's a call to that energy. So thank you to the Scorpio energy for that in this energy. Now, while this eclipse is the final one, you know, for several years before we have more Taurus Scorpio eclipses, this really is closing off like 2 years of lessons. So just even looking what your lessons have been in the arena of Taurus and Scorpio in regards to money and fear and pleasure and boundaries and desire and productivity, looking where that has been for you, how you have learned through that, can just help you kind of put a nice cap on this energy. So just keep that in mind. Now, like I said, beyond this eclipse, we have Mars opposite Jupiter, Mercury opposite Jupiter. We have Mars and Mercury coming together. They'll be conjunct on Sunday. But in these energies, we have some more of these oppositions that are helping bridge these gaps. And we did get the Master card. So there is some mastery for us in this. And Mars and Mercury and Jupiter are all hanging out at the Master degree of 11. So Jupiter and Taurus, even though it's retrograde, is like, excuse me, have you learned the lesson of beauty? Have you learned the lesson of pleasure? Have you found what that balance in taking action towards your pleasure, in speaking beauty into your world, in recognizing the beauty in your world? But that being said, it's a very interesting energy with Mercury and Mars coming through. You may find yourself not wanting to speak beauty into the world. You may find yourself letting it rip, so to speak, a little bit. You may find your words are a little bit more aggro. See where you can connect your words to the beauty and the goodness and seed some of that in this eclipse energy. Like I said, we're always manifesting, whether we are conscious of it or not. We are always manifesting, and we are always putting energies in the world through our thoughts, through our words. Please consciously bring some beautiful energies through your words, through your thoughts this weekend, specifically in alignment with the eclipse energy. What I love is that we're going to have the moon move into Taurus at 4:44 a.m. Pacific time. And the 444 energy is just a reminder, like, angels are with us. We are not alone. We are being supported. Before that happens, the moon and Pluto will square. The moon in Aries, Pluto in Capricorn. There may be some challenging energies. While most of us will be asleep during that time, like I said, there still could be some challenging energies that happen through that. Anything else? Moon and Jupiter. That's how we ended the day, is Moon and Jupiter conjunct. There may be some emotional energies that need to be processed as well. And when I'm saying seed some beautiful stuff, it doesn't mean hold back that other stuff. That other stuff is valid. It needs to be processed. It's part of your whole experience. We've got the traveling card. I call this the, baggage. Dropping some baggage card. We all have some baggage. We all have some emotional energies we need to process. Just know through the day there may be some emotional purging times. Go for it, and then reseed some beauty. And think of the purge as giving some fertilizer to the beauty that you are seeding in and through this energy. Besides that, I have the participation card, body, mind, spirit, soul, and heart. Go into this wholly, fully. Be present for these energies. The moon in Taurus is not a super reactive, super emotional moon, but Scorpio can bring those energies. Taurus can bring the presence for that. So if you are feeling those things, bring that presence. Root in and be a support system for yourself. And then through this, we have the completion card, which is interesting. The completion card is the world card. And the song, I love this song, You Can Have It All by Yola Tango just popped into my head. I love that song. If you've never heard it, go listen to it. You can have it all. This is the card where the world is like, your dreams come true. You can have it all. But I also think this completion card does speak to these lessons of Scorpio and Taurus that we have been so deep in. Of course we're not done, right? We have Jupiter in Taurus holding that energy. But it really is a kind of wrap up of this. And so universe is like, did you get it? Do you know how worthy you are? Do you know how wonderful you are? We also have, this card is so perfect, the Ordinariness card. The Ordinariness card is such a Taurus card because it's like chop wood, carry water, go about your life, do your things, be in the ordinariness of the unfolding energies, and yet recognize in the unfolding energy how much spectacular magic, how much beauty, how much goodness is there for you. Because I'm not gonna be able to hit this right, but like there's a Shel Silverstein quote, like, magic is there for those who see it, in essence. And so this is a call to look for the magic, because as you look for it, I guarantee you are going to see it. So I'm going to leave that here for today. Happy eclipsing. Happy final eclipse of 2023. Utilize your Scorpio Taurus energies together as much as possible. May this go through gently and easily for all of us. And you can book a reading with me if you would like any support. So, besides this, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are. Namaste.